Of all of the projects, this is the one that impressed you. Oh, yeah, little face.
I want it back the way it was.
We went from this
To this. What does that say?
It's 70 degrees.
What have I got it set to?
80.
I'm going to build me a cold frame inside the house. I bought a shelving unit that's going to go here.
We've got all these shelving units. Why not just use one of them?
Those are only 18 inches deep. This mat is 20.75. It really wouldn't fit very well in one of those. This is 24 inches deep. I'm going to leave one of the shelves out so that I've got storage on the bottom, just like I've got now. There'll be a shelf here. I'm actually going to cut that foam board to fit the shelf, put it up on the bottom. There's going to be one overhead. I'm going to put one up there, two on the side, one on the back, and then I'll have a completely enclosed, insulated box. The lights will be installed inside. Power through it. Boom! That will help heat the inside of the box. So instead of wasting this heat, I can basically warm the space with that as well. $150.
I found two of them that's about the same dimension for $175.
This has something that one doesn't have. Instant gratification.
I have to switch out the battery.
$175. Hey, I can buy more.
He said, I can build this in 10 minutes. We're going to see.
Now, as we've said, everything you do that you film takes 3 times as long. That means I got 30.
We're at 4 minutes in.
You know 10 minutes was a joke, right?
No.
Kind of like when you say, hey, it's like when we're at one of your family functions.
Oh,
I'll be ready to
okay.
go in 10 minutes.
That's accurate.
Now you have a reference.
But I only have 2 more fully charged batteries.
I didn't say I could get it done in Sony battery time. That's like...
How many shelves would you say that you've put together in our marriage?
Yes. One side's angle, one side's flat. Flat side up, that side's up. Now I want to go all the way down. I'm going to actually go...
Yes. I've got one hand on the shelf. I almost wish there was a picture of this.
For now, I'm actually going to go high.
What's wrong?
Okay, so I wasn't paying attention because I was yakking. Take a look at this hole and tell me what's wrong with this picture. Does it look like it's upside down?
It looks like
Does it look like it's upside down?
Like,
Because it's upside down. These 3 are upside down. Talking was you talking to me and interrupting me.
I will take full responsibility for this one. Because I know the rule when you're doing shelves.
And the good news is you see how quick it is to fix.
Yeah.
It's like...
I know why every project needs a new tool. It's because you will use that tool in another project.
Oh, yeah. So now let's go with how high we want our shelf to be. And I'm talking about the growing area.
Do you put it...
Like right about the same as this?
Yeah.
Smart man wouldn't put this in until he's got the next shelf in. But luckily you didn't marry a smart man, you married me. Second verse thing. Oh look, now this can go in this way now.
Yes.
So it couldn't go in that way before. I'm just gonna put the 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna leave the 5th shelf out. We'll use it later for another project. Dear Lowe's, copy Home Depot. If you walk in the front door and you forgot to get a cart, you can walk right back out the front door. They don't make you walk all the way down to the exit, out the exit, back around to get a cart.
That got edited out.
Ta-da! Done.
20 minutes.
Yeah, I put this right here. That way it's a blocker, so if you're pushing something back, it won't fall through. Great idea I had.
Who?
It's all my idea. I mean, I'm not saying I might not have heard it by, like, some yacky wife in the background, but, had an epiphany while you're gone. There's 2 reasons that I'm doing this. One was because of the heating thing. It's a cold basement. All the heat's escaping out. It's not really heating the space that I care about. The other thing is moisture. This is a basement. It's a damp, dark basement in the south, which you don't do because they stay just so wet, which means we have a dehumidifier running 24/7, 365.
Yes.
What's that doing? Drawing every bit of water out of the plants.
Yes.
With this being completely sealed, that's going to keep the moisture in there as well. This is particle board.
Oh.
What do you not want with particle board? Getting it wet. Instead of putting the foam board underneath, I'm actually going to put it on top.
Maybe we're not.
Let there be light!
It's now flashed 2 times.
I don't call it a flash. It completely went out twice.
Yeah. So for the record, today we had heavy rain this morning. That itself wouldn't cause a power outage.
It's just the other days and days and days of rain that we've gotten. All the tree roots are saturated. It's windy.
But in any case, we keep expecting the power to go out, but that's not going to stop us from living our lives.
So 24 by 48, just like it's supposed to be. Actually, it's a little bit less, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it at the 2 feet by 4 feet.
Okay.
Straight line at 2 feet. If only someone had gotten a tool designed to easily mark a board.
I knew that building my desk would come in handy.
Pretty much all these are the same tools I bought for your desk project.
I helped.
Yeah, these aren't going to really mark.
For all those that say I never help, there's proof. Is that a flashlight in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
I'm just happy to see you.
Let's make a Y incision.
And now, that was so much less enthusiastic than I'd hoped it would be. Like that.
Okay.
Battery's dead again?
Yep.
I wasn't thinking fourth dimensional.
That's my favorite phrase.
I'm sitting there, that thing on top, talking about wedging a board, the styrofoam up against the wood, blah, 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 blah. I just take the wood out and replace it with this.
Oh.
I know, I'm like, ah! I'm sitting there staring at it and thinking, and then the epiphany struck, and it's like, duh. Yeah, so I took the wooden shelf out up top, and now, in theory,
That should just fit right in.
this should go right in. You know, it wasn't exactly dimensionally right in the first place. There we go.
I'm like, did that other stuff pop out?
Nah, it's in. So now I've got these cut. I need to figure out the height that's going to be. Good thing I didn't cut them before. I figured this out because it was going to be lower down. Now it's basically the full height of this, so I need to measure that.
That looks like a box.
Getting there. So I got my 2 side panels in. I went ahead and took one of those bars that was left over and put it right here on the outside
Oh.
so it doesn't get in the way. But now when I push this other one in, it will hit top and bottom so it doesn't push all the way through. So now I just got to get the dimensions for this last piece on the back, cut that, slide it in, and I've got a box. The only downside is that because I went on the inside with this, instead of being the full 48 so that the mat would fit perfectly, now the mat won't fit perfectly. 69.2, it just can't keep up. This for the shelf brackets.
So, instead of getting a full-on little greenhouse thing for the basement,
Kinda, yeah. Technically, I'm going to come through here with tape. Ugliest tape job ever.
yep.
Could I come back and do it better later? Yeah.
Could a toddler do better than that?
Something else for you to bleep out. If I had taken my time, I could have measured the exact length, cut it the exact length, got it exactly top and bottom, and all I'm trying to do is keep most of the moisture and the heat in. That's just a little bit more layer of insulation.
I'm watching you in the tomato plants.
Well, you're afraid I'm going to destroy
You're
your plants on
gonna
purpose?
drop my two.
Oh, ye of little faith.
We interrupt this gardening project to show you what's happening outside. We got a good bit of snow. Actual snow, not ice, not freezing rain, but snow. We think we have at least 4 inches. It's possible that it is even higher than that, but it is snow pretty. I love snow.
Oh, I have faith.
You forget, I am a professional homeowner. Let it flop up on that end.
Ideally, this would go all the way, but because of the way we did it,
Right.
that's just not happening. What did you find? I mean, what did I find?
Hey, that your husband's constantly storing random parts for no reason pays off.
That's true.
I have no idea what the heck I bought these for.
Probably something outside.
Probably. So we're just going to go dead center. Like, those things don't weigh that much. Like, I really wouldn't normally put anything of substance on these things, but
Right.
this thing, there's not a lot of weight here, so. Two inches off the side, about halfway.
Every single project, something you've gotten for a past project comes in handy. I would say that this whole project has been that.
Yeah, I mean, I was just using tie wraps before, so this is kind of actually a step up. Okay, I'm just going to unplug these from their cables for now and get them hung. Honest, officer, I promise it's just gardening in the basement.
Y'all want to see what this is looking like on my end. My feet are right here. I've got something behind me, something over here. What?
I might use these,
Feet?
that also. Oh, yeah.
Much easier.
I may just carry all the power cords right to that one spot.
I mean, it makes sense.
Because I can always tweak this later, but...
Yeah. To get our plants back up.
Ta-da! All the heat from these goes into here, warms the area.
We've done all this for you.
If they were wife plants, they'd go,
I don't like it. I want it back where it was.
67.8.
I'll take that back up later. 2 sheets of this, about $35 a piece for the foam board.
But we already had them.
We already had it, so it didn't cost us anything. $160 for the shelf. Everything else I already had. And now, in theory, I keep my moisture and my heat in here. The heat off the lights also will help heat the space and help our plants grow way faster. And for now, I'm just going to build a temporary thing that temporarily mounts this thing up to here. Technically, I could build some kind of a hinge device. I actually have some real doors on it, but I would have to spend money to go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah, and we're trying to do this with what we have.
On the cheap.
Minus the shelf. But the shelf's going to help us because we're going to be able to...
Oh yeah, like I got way more space now than we had.
We only had this tiny shelf. And so now we've got 2 much deeper shelves for the gardening supplies. How come every time you say, we're finished filming and you can go edit it, you call me down right as I'm about to start editing and say...
I never know when genius is going to strike.
That was happening upstairs.
And by that I mean I rednecked it.
Oh.
I can't find my bungee cords. I've got a container of bungee cords, some stinking where, and I can't find them.
You mean in this
I've really
gigantic...
got to get... They may be out in the garage, but I have really got to get this place cleaned up. I've got...
No.
Well, if someone would let me buy the $3,000 toolbox I wanted, it'd be all organized.
Oh, it would not. So basically, I will never be able to get in there.
Well, once I get the bungee cord on here, I would say yes. Like right now, it's a little bit complicated, but because I'm using a ratchet strap. But basically, it's going to be, you'd hook a little bungee cord right here. So basically, I just put these hooks on.
Oh, the other 2 hooks I found.
Yeah, and just set it up top. And then the other thing kind of snugs it up.
There we go.
Like, and really, you don't even need the bungee straps, but like there's a little bit of a gap on the side, and that just kind of snugged up the gap a little bit, kind of just closed it up.
But our goal is to try to get that area warmer in there.
Yeah, like in theory, now this should be able to get hotter than what it was before.
Okay, now, why did you put the Ring doorbell down here?
It's the 21st century. People don't walk downstairs and look at stuff anymore. There's an app for that.
You're still going to have to look at
Yeah.
this.
Oh, the other Ring doorbell's inside.
Okay. Guess what? My battery's dying.
Now what does it say?
80.6.
and the heater is off. And how hot is it inside the box? 85 degrees. So basically, Leah, like the whole box itself is like 85 air temperature. The dirt is 80.6 and the heater's off. So now my heater isn't running constantly and it's warmer in there. See, much easier with the bungee cord. These little hooks are eventually going to rip out this foam, but for now they work.
Ooh.
Hey, look at your tomatoes now.
Ooh.
Not bad for like, what, 12 hours?
Oh, wait, your other one has.
Uh-huh.
I can't tell about mine because you're in the way.
I don't see anything in that fourth one.
What?
What's weird is I got two. I only planted one seed, but it's got two little things sticking out.
Oh, that's weird. You did only plant one seed. That's weird. I swear, y'all, he only planted one seed. And then for the peppers, nothing's coming up, but we did not expect anything to come up with the peppers yet.
Yeah.
If I hadn't watched and filmed this, I would think he hadn't planted anything here, and I would think
Well,
that
that's the scary thing is like I got two over here, it looks like, and nothing here. It makes me wonder that same thing, but like we did them completely separate, mine and yours. There's no way we accidentally...
Yep, we got it on film.
Up.
Okay, it's probably a little hard to see, but there is a thing. So both of mine have something, and both of his have something, and one of his, and I think that's the H1 that was bigger. You don't need to put any more water in here.
Actually, I was looking at that. I'm probably am. Like I just put water in it like yesterday.
Do we need a timed water filler on the inside? I can't see. Okay, there you go.
I may or may not have contemplated that possibility. Yeah, the problem is I would need some kind of a float so I didn't overflow this. I mean, it's probably better for it to be manual.
Yep. Inside the box?
Yep, this is the temperature sensor to the little thing you see on the side, so I know how hot it is inside the box without opening it up. This is the other Ring doorbell camera pointed down so I can see when it's out of water. Basically, it's just a way of keeping an eye on it without having to open it up and let all the heat out.
Because as we've taken that off, it's already dropped. The dirt is 77.5 and the temperature is 77. So that shows you that it dropped that quickly just by having the front off.
I finally invented something that works. Wait.
Okay, Doc Brown.
Now, this is a little bit of an impromptu build. We didn't really include a lot of specific details about what we were doing as we were doing it. We just kind of slammed this together. If you actually have any questions, just put them down in the comments. I'll be happy to answer anything more in depth about kind of what we did and how this went.
I will say, as the wife that's behind the camera, as some commenter put it, someone behind the camera.
You're not going to let that one go, are you?
I'm not. Someone behind the camera.
They were just being friendly.
Who also edits the videos. I will say that I'm actually quite impressed with this.
Of all of the projects, this is the one that impressed you.
Yep.
I built a CNC router from parts off the internet. I carved wood, and this is the one that impressed you.
Yes.
I would have thought it would have been your desk.
Oh, okay. My desk impressed me the most, but this,
This one surprised you.
This one surprised me because I had no idea that. Let's just face it. Some of your ideas just are dumb.
See, I am Doc Brown. Most of my ideas are stupid, but every so often, one of them works. We'll put the majority of the items that are in this project build in the description below just so you can kind of see some of the stuff that we were using. We'll also put down an Amazon idea list that we've created of all the different random stuff we've used in our gardening project. This is sort of a list of what we've been using this year. And we'll add to that as we go through this gardening season, anything we find that actually helps us out here. Watch this series over here if you want to see how this entire 3-year experiment has gone so far, where we've come from, and where we're heading.